Okay, we are going to get going here. Switch to active speaker. I don't know why that's coming up as not me, but it should. Okay, there we go. All right, ladies, why don't we start in child's pose? Did I just,
Kim, something, oh, there you go. Yeah.
Sorry, thank you. Got it. It's been a while since I've done a Zoom call like that I've been the host for, so. And they make these little changes along the way. So go ahead and get comfortable in child's pose any way you want, or if there's another way you want to start your practice, that is perfectly fine too. A lot of times when we are in this beginning pose of our practice, we set some sort of an intention or a mantra, and that is perfectly fine for you to do right here if something comes up naturally for you. Another way to look at it too is a place where you could begin to cultivate something, some feeling, some sense in your body. Whatever that means for you, depending on whatever's been going on in your life, either recently or even just overnight. And I don't know why, but for some reason for me, that's just, that just seems to resonate a little bit more for me, this idea of cultivation. Start to breathe a little bit deeper now. And let your inhales almost be a way to begin that act of cultivation. Like you're starting to breathe in new life into your body, into your mind, into your soul, to your heart. Start to move things around a little bit through that breath. And then with the exhale, you're kind of getting rid of anything that's stale or anything that just doesn't feel good, either in a physical sense or otherwise. If you haven't already, press your forehead into the mat, but start to move your head from side to side to start to get into your neck. Be sure that your forearms are pressing down into the mat. Spread your fingers apart and then really press down from the tips of your fingers through the palms of your hands, through your forearms. Press them into your mat. And as you do that, squeeze the middle of your back, your shoulder blades. Notice how that starts to open things up for you. When you link that with your breath, and when you link that with this action of pressing down into the arms, you start to open a bit. And now walk those arms forward so the forearms start to lift. Lift your palms away from the mat, but keep your fingertips pressing down into the mat. So like cupcake or muffin fingers. And again, get that sense of pressing down. This time though, it's just pressing into the tips of the fingers. You're encouraging the rest of the arms all the way through the armpits down towards the mat as well, but they will be lifted. It's more of an isometric action. Move your head from side to side here as well. And then come up to all fours. Take your right arm out towards the side, palm facing down. Even out your hips and lift your right arm up even higher, up towards the ceiling. Look up at your hand for a moment. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, thread that right arm under the left. Press into your right shoulder. If you want to take a variation of this by kicking your left leg out or taking your left arm up and back, that is there for you, but only go there if that's what you need. Make your way up to tabletop, but keep that, if you kicked your left leg out, keep it out, and if it's not, go ahead and bring it out to the side and come all the way up to kneeling for Gates pose. We're gonna drop the left arm down our side, down the side of that left leg, and reach the right arm up and over, breathing now into the right side body. And you can either look up at your hand. For me, my body's not quite ready for that. So I'm gonna look down at my left toes. Take a breath in and exhale out. Another breath in. And on the exhale, windmill your arms down. So your right arm comes down, your left arm goes up, and you lift your left leg up high. Bend your left knee, catch your left foot, take your bind. Again, taking your eyes and your neck where you're most comfortable. Release your left foot, reach your left arm up, flex your left toes so that they're facing the front of the mat, and do some circles with your left ankle. Both directions. And Jen, I know I can't hear you right now, but afterwards, remind me to ask you about your ankle. It's been a long time. I keep meaning to ask you. Point and flex your foot or your ankle here as well so that you can really feel it in the back of your left leg, maybe all the way through your calf. And bring your left knee back down, reach both of your arms up, take a big breath in, grab your left wrist with your right hand, side body stretch, going in the other direction. Come back up through the center, grab your right wrist, go over to the left. Come back to the center, bring your hands down to the mat. Let's take either another child's pose or melting heart. Melting heart is where you take your chin to the mat. I'm gonna take mine to a block because that makes my neck happier. If that's too much, you can always just bring your forehead back down. Good. Come back up to all fours. Extend your left arm out towards the left side. Level your hips with each other. Take a breath in. Bring your arm all the way up towards the ceiling as fast as you can. And then slide the left arm under the right, left cheek down. Take your options or variations here. Lean into your left shoulder. Come back to all fours, actually threes, both hands, and keep that right leg out towards the side if you took it there. If not, just set up for Gates pose on this side. Right leg out to the side, right arm down that right leg, left arm up and over, taking that left bicep over your left ear. Most likely your eyes will look down towards your right toes. Take a breath in as you breathe into your left side body. And as you exhale, bring that left hand down, right arm and leg go up. Breathe in, Reach your arm overhead, breathe out. Inhale your arm back up. Exhale, take your bind. Bend your right knee, catch your foot. Really draw that heel in towards you so you can feel it in your quad all the way through your hip flexor. Release your foot, but keep your leg lifted. Right arm up. Start to circle around with our right wrist or right other joint, ankle. There it is. You can actually do it with your wrist too. That'll feel good. Good prep for our chaturangas too. And then do the other direction. And then add in the pointing and flexing, waking up that right calf muscle. Very nice. Come down to all fours and then to all twos. So kneel, reach your arms up one more time. Grab your right wrist with your left hand, side body stretch to the left. And then over to the right. Come back to the center. Bring your hands to heart center. Here we are kneeling with the hands at heart center. If you have a block, go ahead and just place it in between your thighs. If not, don't worry about it. It's not necessary. It's just a nice way to help you engage a little bit more through your thighs. Take a breath in and a breath out. Tee out your arms, breathe in, thumbs point up, twist to the right, breathe out. Try to keep your hips and knees forward. If you have that block or something between your knees or your thighs, that kind of helps facilitate that action as well. Keeps the twist coming from your back. But just think about drawing the left hip back and the right hip forward a bit. Inhale your arms back to the middle, reach them up high. Palms together, heart center, exhale. Inhale your arms out to a T. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hip draws back and your left hip draws forward. Drop your left shoulder down your back. Breathe in nice and tall. Breathe out, come back to center. Bring your hands to heart center, close your eyes. Take a breath in and an exhale out. Inhale your arms all the way up, palms stay together. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale your arms back up high. Twist to the right. Back up we go. And to the left. One more time through the sequence. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, upright twist to the right. Inhale, arms up high. Upright twist to the left. Back to the center, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Pedal out your knees here. So this down dog might feel a little bit different because we've done a little more twisting, at least than we traditionally do at this point. Walk your feet up to your hands so you'll be close to the top of your mat. Hang here in a rag doll, but bend your knees enough so that your low back can release. Drop your head. You can either grab opposite elbows or you can take your arms behind you. Breathe into your middle back. Release your hands to your mat and take your fingers and walk them over to the right side of your mat, maybe off towards your right heel. Try to keep your left hip back though, and right hip forward. Drop your head here. Drop your head some more. Yeah, good. Walk your fingers back toward the middle. Just hang here for a moment. Let your spine reset a bit. And take your fingers over towards the left now. Draw the right hip back and your left hip forward. Drop your head some more. Bend a little more. Don't forget if you need to bend your knees to do that. My knees are pretty bent here. Come back towards the center. Just reset a bit here in a ragdoll. If there's any movement or anything else you'd like to take here, go for it. Let your head hang pretty heavy here. In fact, let's do this. Bring your fingers behind your head. Bend your elbows, take your elbows out wide and really drop your head. Just kind of encourage your head to fall. Encourage gently. Gently, gently is the key here. Bend into your knees a lot, like almost 90 degrees, like you're going into chair pose. Keep your hands behind your head and elbows out wide. Draw your belly button in towards your spine so your core is engaged, your thighs are engaged. And very slowly, I want you to start to rise up, all the way up. Hands will stay behind your head. Take a breath in. Release your arms down by your side. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. High plank. Take a breath in. Lower down to your belly, breathe out. Now bring your hands behind your head just like we had them. Inhale, just your upper body up off the mat. Lift your elbows away from the mat as well. And come back down. Keep your fingers behind your head. Inhale, lift back up. Just your upper body, elbows, lift as much as you can. Exhale, come down. One more time, lift up. Let the action come from your middle back. So your shoulder blades draw together and it's in that space where you're lifting your elbows. Come all the way back down. Tuck your toes under, bring your palms to the floor. Lift up, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Lift up to your toes. Press into your heels. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. One more round just like that. This time, breathe in through your nose, lift up to your toes, bend your knees, look forward, hopper step to your hands. Halfway lift, inhale, forward bend, exhale. Rise up, breathe in, forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale, high plank, exhale. Shift forward, breathe in. Come down to your belly, breathe out. Bring your hands behind your head, bend your elbows. Inhale, lift your upper body. Exhale, bring it down. Palms back down, tuck your toes. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press back. Up to your toes, breathe in. Bend into your knees, breathe out. Hopper step to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up. Fold down. Halfway. High plank. Lower to your belly. Hands behind your head. Inhale, lift up as high as you can. Exhale, come down. Palms down, tuck your toes, high plank, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Up to your toes. Bend in your knees. Hop to your hands. Halfway. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Forward fold. halfway, high plank. Breathe in to your belly. Hands behind your head. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down. Palms down, tuck your toes, high plank. Down dog. To your toes. Knees. Hop or step. Halfway. Forward fold. Mountain. Chair. Breathe in. Fold down. Halfway. High plank. Hold it here. Spread your fingers apart. Spin your elbows, like the insides of your elbows, towards each other. Draw your belly button into your spine. And let your neck be long. So not overextending, so don't necessarily reach your chin forward. But don't tuck your chin either. Just let it be pretty neutral. Take a breath. Chaturanga, so halfway down. Upward dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Lift your right leg up high. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Step forward, low lunge. Easy twist, right arm goes up. Take your right arm back towards the back of your mat for horizon pose. If you're ready to come to the outer edges of your feet, go for it. If not, just keep your feet as they were in lunge legs. Now bind your arm behind you. So the top of your right palm to your left hip or somewhere at your low back there. Reach your right arm back up high. Fold at the top of your mat. Step that left foot forward. Rise up, mountain pose. Chair. Breathe in and breathe out. Spin your pinkies towards each other. In that same way, the eyes of your elbows, that's what they call them, kind of rotate towards each other. And forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. High plank, hold it here. From here, in your high plank, take your right knee to your right elbow. Slide it to your left elbow. Take it back to your right and step it back. Left knee, left elbow to the right and the left. Step it back. Shift forward. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing. Left leg high. Bend and open. Step forward, low lunge. Easy twist. Slide that left shoulder blade down your back so it's stacking on top of the right. And then as you do that, move into your variation of horizon pose, or if you want to keep it in your lunge. Option to bind here by dropping the left arm behind you. Release your left arm back up towards the ceiling. Fold at the top of your mat. Step that right foot forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward bend, breathe out. Mountain pose. Forward fold. Halfway, chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward facing. Right leg high. Low lunge. Crescent lunge. Rise up. Take a breath. Empty out. Breathe in. Warrior two. Breathe out. Press into your front foot a little bit more and spread your right toes apart. Good. Now, lift your right toes so you're really pressing now only into your right heel. Keep your toes spread apart as best as you can and push into your back foot, your left foot. Keep breathing. Keep your toes spread apart, but gently place your whole foot back down and get deeper into that right thigh. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, big inhale. Chaturanga, big exhale. Upward dog, downward facing. Left leg high, bend and open. Take it to low lunge, right on up to crescent. Take a breath. Warrior two. Now press into that front foot a little bit more. Spread your left toes. Press into your left heel as you elevate your left toes now. They're spread apart, but they're lifting. And you're pressing into your right foot now. That back foot. So it's the front heel and the entire back foot. Core is engaged. And that psoas muscle is working hard here because your core is working, your inner thighs are working. Now gently place the entire left foot down. Get deeper into the left thigh. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward dog, downward facing. High plank, exhale. Right knee to right elbow and the left elbow. Back to right, step it back to plank. Left knee, left elbow, to the right and the left, back to high plank. Downward facing dog. Right leg high, low lunge. Rise to crescent, breathe in. Warrior two, breathe out. Lift your front toes, place them back down. Reverse your warrior, chaturanga. Stay strong through this whole vinyasa, just as strong as you were in the warrior two, upward dog, downward facing. Left leg high, low lunge. Rise up, crescent lunge. Warrior two. Lift your toes, breathe in. Bring them down, breathe out. Reverse, inhale. Chaturanga. Stay strong all the way through that chaturanga. Core is engaged. Upward dog, downward facing. Right leg high. Low lunge. Rise for crescent. Warrior two. Lift your toes. Bring them down. Reverse. Chaturanga. Right leg could stay lifted if you want. Upward facing. Down dog. Left leg, low lunge. Up to crescent. Warrior two. Left toes lift. And lower. Reverse your warrior, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Left leg could stay high. Upward dog. Downward facing. In through your nose. Out through your nose. One more round. Breathe in. And breathe out. Right leg high. Low lunge. Rise for crescent. Take a breath in. Upright twist to the right, just like we did when we were kneeling. Draw the left hip forward and the right hip back. Come back up for crescent, inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Reverse, breathe in. Extended side angle, right arm down, left arm goes up. Take your time here. Feel the left shoulder stacking on top of the right. Take any variation here. If you want to get really light with the right fingertips, float them away from your mat, but use the front of your arm to press your right knee out towards the right side of your mat a little bit. Take about 3 more rounds of breath, doing whatever feels good in your body on this side. 2 more. Last one. Star pose, come all the way up. Big breath in. Prasarita, big exhale. Grab your ankles or bring your hands down to your mat. Drop your head. And then add whatever you need here. I'm gonna take some ninja lunges and lunge from side to side. Some of you might wanna go up. Without feeling any sense of urgency or rush, just kind of a sense of discovery, sense of seeing what's going on, what your body is capable of right now. And then walk, if your feet are up, bring them down. If your hands are forward, kind of walk them back so that they're in line with your toes. And come into a low lunge with your hands on the inside of that right foot. Low flying airplane. So to set up, I'm gonna walk my left foot out to the left a little bit more. And I know some people even like to take warrior legs with that left foot. I do not, I like to stay in lunge legs, but it's up to you. And then you'll slide your right shoulder underneath your right thigh or your right knee. All right, I think you guys will like this arm balance if you haven't already done this. So you can stay exactly where you are and have fun with this low flying airplane. If you would like to take it a step or two further, keep your left arm where it is for right now. Bring your right hand down to the floor, just to the outside of that right front foot. And then you're gonna bring your left hand down as well. You're gonna start to walk your right foot forward even more as you bring your whole body kind of forward. Bend into your elbows and lift that right leg up off the mat. Right foot might come all the way up. Left leg might come all the way up. Let's take a look how you guys doing here. I can't really see you. Oh, I can see Katie. All right, guys, if you like that, even if you don't have your leg up, it's good to keep practicing. Good, awesome job, guys. All right, let's come back to our low lunge and then drop your left knee down to your mat, tuck your back toes under and rise all the way up. Bend your back knee. See if you can catch your foot either with your left hand or both hands. You could also take that right arm up, whatever feels good here. You've got a quad stretch on the left side. You could even get into the hip flexor by shifting forward a little bit more on the left side too. Get a nice shoulder opener, chest and heart lifter. Good, now release your back foot. Slide the left leg back as much as you can get it, and then straighten your right leg for a half split. Fold over your right leg. Drop your head. See if you can bring that idea of cultivation, whatever it is you're trying to cultivate, can you bring it into this pose? Alrighty, bend back into your right knee, you'll tuck your left toes under, probably scooch forward a bit. Come into a standing split, right foot is down, left leg is up. And forward fold, left foot down to your mat. Rise all the way up to stand, breathe in. You know what, I want to take dancers now. This is probably a weird place to take it, but I think it's going to feel good. So bend your right knee, grab the inside of your right foot. That just feels good in my body. I hope that feels good for you guys too. Close off the right hip and lift the left arm. Heart and chest also lift here. Foot to the floor, chair pose. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to the right. Come back to the center. Take it to the left. A big breath in through your nose. Forward fold, empty out. Halfway lift, breathe in. High plank, breathe out. Right knee to right elbow. To your left elbow. Back to your right. Slide it back to high plank. Left knee, left elbow. To the right. Back to the left. Slide it back, high plank. Chaturanga, lower down. Upward facing. Big breath in. Down dog, big breath out. Lift your left leg. Low lunge. Crescent lunge. Rise up. Take a breath. Upright twist to the left. Empty out. Spread your fingers apart. Take a breath in and empty out. One more breath. Warrior two, open up. Reverse, breathe in. Extended side angle, left hand down this time, right arm goes up. Slide the right shoulder on top of the left. Get light with those left fingers. Really press into your right heel. Feel this somewhere around either the front or the middle of your right hip. 3 rounds right here. One more round together. Empty it out. Star pose, lift all the way up. Set up for goddess this time. Heels in, bend your elbows. Now lift your heels. Bring your hands to heart center. Lower your hips more. Go ahead, now give me some pulses here. So you're high up on your tiptoes. You're pulsing. Your belly is engaged. Navel in towards your spine. Glutes are on fire. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Star pose, straighten everything out. Exhale, prasarita, rotate your feet so your toes are coming in towards each other. Drop your head. Nicely done. Walk your hands to the front of your mat. For the low flying airplane, you're going to set up for that. So hands to the inside of your left foot. Slide the left shoulder underneath your left thigh or knee. Your fingers can stay on the floor if you would like. You can float them away from the ground, whichever you like, but keep engagement throughout those deep core muscles. And if you want to try that arm balance here, take the left hand just to the outside of your left foot, bring your right hand down, scooch that left foot forward a bit so you give yourself room to straighten out the left knee. Bend into your elbows like chaturanga elbows, and lift the left foot off the mat so that left knee is kind of balancing on your left tricep. Good job, guys. Come back to your low lunge and bring your right knee all the way down. If you want to play more, you can. I didn't give you a lot of time on that side. If you'd like to stay with me, bend your right knee, draw your heel in towards you. Shift forward as much as feels good in your body. Left arm could be up or behind you. It could be by your side, at your waist. You might even be able to close your eyes here. That definitely adds an element of balance challenge. Release your right foot back behind you. Shimmy your foot back even further. Straighten out your left knee for half split. Fold over your left leg. Draw your left hip back. Nice and slow, we're going to transition to standing split. So bend into your left knee, kick your right leg high, drop your head. And bring your right foot down, fold here. Slowly rise to stand, bend your left knee, catch your left foot for dancers on the left. Keep that left hip closed. Do your best to keep your right hip in line with your left. Yikes. And bring your foot to the floor. Reach both arms up, big inhale. Figure 4, right ankle to your left knee or thigh. And there's all sorts of variations here. So your palms can be together. Your arms could be extended forward. They could be extended down towards your mat. There's even a twist here by taking that right elbow to the bottom of your right foot. So just spend a little time here doing what you need for that right outer hip. Flex those right toes, the whole right foot. And bring your foot back to the ground. Reach up, breathe in. Take it to the other side. Left ankle to your right thigh or knee. Take your time. Let your arms be there to support you wherever they are, up, down, or somewhere in between, but let them be your supports. Rise up, bring that left foot down, reach both of your arms up, cactus your arms, take a back bend here, and forward fold. High plank, chaturanga, upward dog. Let's stay here though in our upward dog. Take a couple rounds of breath here in your upward dog. If you want to bring your knees down to the mat, absolutely you can do that. Take a look over your right shoulder. Come back to the center. And then over to the left. Notice any imbalances there. Gosh, I don't have nearly as much range of motion on my left side. Child's pose, press back. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up when you get to your down dog. Bend your knee, open your hip. Flip over. Push your right or both of your feet into the floor. Find some ease here in this pose. Cultivate that sense of just kind of being curious about it and seeing it as if it's the first time you've done this before. Come back around to downward dog. Pedal your knees out here. Shake your head. Press your hips up and back. Lift your left leg up high. Bend your knee. Flip your dog. Same thing on this side. It will be different. And how is it different for you? Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Right shin forward, half pigeon. Left leg is long behind you. Take your time coming down. This is a good place, especially when we're on Zoom like this and we really can't see each other at all, to just move your facial muscles around a little bit. So open and close your mouth, move your jaw from right to left, open your mouth really wide, kind of exaggerate things a bit. I think we hold a lot of tension in our face too. We don't talk about that a lot, but there's all these little muscles in our face. One of my students / friends of mine at the Y, Kasha, I think a lot of you guys know Kasha, she was telling me that she's got a whole book on facial yoga. And she loves it. It's kind of like giving yourself a facial or a massage. You can even grab your ears and just give your earlobe a little tug. Kind of press into all the different parts of your ear. Another good place to just kind of be curious here too. Press your palms into the mat, lift your upper body, lean into your right butt cheek so that you can bring that left leg all the way around. Not quite straight in front of you, off to the side a bit. We're gonna take the side stretch, so left hand to the inside of your left foot, right arm overhead. Lots of side stretches today. And all different places on our mat and kneeling, standing. We'll make sure we get one laying on our back too. And when and if you're ready, if you want to fold right over that left leg, so you're kind of folding down the middle, the belly of your quadricep. Rise up and bring that left leg all the way forward. Bend your left knee so that your left shin is forward. Bend your right knee so that your right leg is back behind you. And let's just go right into half pigeon from here. So bring that right leg straight behind you now. Take a moment here too. When you're up high like this, you can still, you feel more, I think, in your right hip flexor, at least I do. And then when you're ready, take it down. We'll take about 3 or 4 more rounds of breath here. Okay, press your palms down, lean into your left hip. Bring that right leg about halfway around. Let's take our side stretch here. So right hand grabs the inside of your right foot, left arm overhead. Keep the left sits bones pressing down. The left fingertips reaching away from the left hip. So they're kind of, you're very conscious of that, of them reaching away from each other rather than the left hip being drawn towards the fingers. And when you're ready, take it down the center of your right quad. All the way back up. Bring both of your legs out in front of you. Bend your knees, take your feet pretty wide on the mat, and then just drop your knees from side to side. Just kind of clean the slate a little bit, feels good. Both toes. Elevate your legs. They can be bent or straight. Arms can be lifted or at your heart center or behind your knees. Just hold it here. Just for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down to your belly. Keep your knees bent. Setting up for bridge or wheel. Draw your belly button in towards your spine. On an inhale, lift your hips up high. Bridge or wheel pose. Now, just like we did in our warrior twos, I want you to press into both heels this time, but lift your toes. Yes. That's good. All right, lower your toes down and lower your hips down. Yeah, go for it. Take a breath in and empty it out. Go back up, bridge or wheel. Lift your toes for me. You got it. Breathe in through your nose, nice and easy. Breathe out through your nose. One more breath in. Lower everything down. Bring the bottoms of your feet together, knees out wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. Try and relax your hips a little bit more. Where are you still holding on? Draw your knees into your chest. They can be wide or narrow. It's kind of up to you. Take a supine twist to the right. So drop your knees to the right. Tee out your arms. Try to keep that left shoulder blade down. If you have a friend right next to you, go ahead and grab each other's arms. That's cute. Actually, that's a nice way to use each other as a prop too. Keep your shoulders down. That's what we are to each other, right? We're props, we're supports. Come back through the middle. Take it to the left. All the way over. Keep that right shoulder down now. And come back to the middle. If there's anything else that you would like to do before your Shavasana, go ahead and do that. If you'd like to take your Shavasana with your legs up, something, wall, door, piece of furniture, whatever, go ahead. But otherwise, take up a good amount of space on your mat. Close your eyes, relax deeply. We're not here a long time, but it is a really important pose. So don't cheat yourself out of it. If you start to think, that's fine. Just notice that you're thinking and you're getting a little caught up with it, and then just come back to your breath and notice it. I'll guide you out in a few minutes. Take a very deep breath in and out. Start to move your body. Small movements. And then those movements get bigger. In your own time, make your way over to a fetal position on your right side. And press yourself up to a seat. Bring your hands to your heart center. Tuck your chin in slightly so that your chin is just kind of grazing the tips of your fingers. And a breath or two, just cultivating whatever that is that you're seeking. Very nice. Bring your thumb knuckles to your third eye center. The divine light and love in me sees and honors the divine light and love in each of you. So thank you, ladies, for sharing your practice with me today and starting the day off. It was a lot of fun. So let's bow forward and bid each other namaste.